All right. Hello, 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 everyone. And it is Women's History Month. I'm about to take off my glasses. It's the glare. It's just a pet peeve of mine. But we are live, and today is the 5th. And I come to talk to you all on the 5th and 28th of each month. So, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Davon Reeves. I am a serial entrepreneur. I started off as a front desk agent and I navigated my way to hotel ownership. And we are here with Beyond the Front Desk. So, like I mentioned before, I come to you on the 5th and 28th of each month. So we discuss various topics such as hotel ownership, business, real estate, investing, and just everyday life. And so today I have a very special guest. I have on this episode, I have Miss Daisy Jones Brown. And this episode, we're talking about breaking ground, and we're talking about how this amazing female veteran is reshaping the hospitality industry. So, woohoo! I gotta get one of them. I gotta get one of them. In the
Yeah,
back.
you need one of those.
Woo! I gotta get one of them fans. Woo! Y'all give it up for Miss Daisy.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me on, Davon. This is amazing. I am super excited about what we're doing in the real estate space, and we're super excited about launching our first military real estate fund. It's going to be amazing. So, whoever wants to be a part of it, I invite you to it. So, for in honor of Women History Month, guess what we're doing? We're doing our very first brunch on March the 21st down in Biloxi, Mississippi. Yes, you heard it right, Biloxi, Mississippi. Not only did you get a spring vacation, you can go to the beach, casino, all of that. You get to hear amazing speakers, starting with our keynote, which is Davon Reed's, where we're going to be all about real estate and all about investing and what that looks like to be 6 and 7 figures in the real estate industry. And
Oh
it's
my
in
God.
honor of Women History Month. So I really want you guys to come out and support that.
I love that. Thank you, Miss Daisy. So, Miss Daisy is an Air Force veteran. She's also a real estate investor, and as she just mentioned, she's launching a military fund. So, Miss Daisy, can you talk about how you got into real estate investing, especially coming from being in the military?
Absolutely. So I really got into real estate investing from a dare. I had a friend of mine who said, her and her husband were investing in real estate, and they just sort of dared me and my husband to do it. And we were like, "We ain't no punks. We're gonna do it." So we looked into it, and we actually bought our first townhouse, and it was actually down in Gulfport, Mississippi, which is close to
Wow.
Biloxi. Yeah, and once we did that, we saw a lot of the benefits and all the opportunities with it, and we just kept repeating.
So
Um,
was it like truth or dare? You gotta give us the tea. Like, was it
yeah,
truth
it
or
was.
dare? Like you and the husband, you and Vaughn was like, hey, like y'all, was y'all like drinking or something? Like, you gotta give me the tea. Like, I mean, I wasn't expecting like, yeah, I got into real estate from a dare. Like what? I was like, did she just say a dare? Y'all was
It
playing
was
truth or
a
dare?
dare. So they
Okay.
were already in the real estate, and we kept talking about it. And so her husband found two townhouses, and
Mm,
he was like, "Okay, which one you guys gonna buy? I'm gonna buy one. You buy one."
yeah.
And we were like him and Han or whatever. And he told my husband, he was like, "Don't be scared. Are you scared? Don't be scared." And so that was like the juice for us to say, we ain't gonna be scared. We're not gonna be a punk like that. And so we just did it and jumped first in it. And then once we did it, we were like, wow, this is amazing stuff. Where have we been? Yeah. So it's kind of like it was true for dare, kind of like
That was
don't be
so funny.
scared.
So funny. I see we have some folks who are tuning in with us live. We appreciate you. I'm based out of Atlanta. Miss Daisy, she's based out of Mississippi. So just let us know in the comments where you coming from, and also if you have any questions. Okay, we'll do our best to get to it. So for those who just tuned in, Miss Daisy was giving us the tea on how she got into real estate, and she actually got into it from a dare. That was funny. So somebody dared her to get into real estate, and that's how she did it. So you talked about your experience getting into real estate. So talk about your story about how you got into hotel investing.
Okay, so it was just as bizarre, I think. We went to Ghana on in 2019, the year return, and we are in Ghana. We think we're doing something, we're just being in residential real
Yeah.
estate, and we were on a tour with a bunch of other people, and it was this manager from Marriott that was part of the tour. And she said, "Hey, you guys ever thought about hotel investing?" And we were like, "Okay, really? Where is that?" We thought the
Right.
Hiltons owned all the Hiltons.
Right. Right. Right.
So she sort of talked to us about that, and she gave me Davon's name, and she said, "When you get back
All the
to the
way in
States,"
Ghana.
yeah, and she said, "When you get back to the States, look her up. She's the hotel lady. She's into real estate." And so, lo and behold, I held it for a couple months, and we went right into COVID. And then I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right. Yep.
all the time in the world. I looked Davon up, and she was doing our very first mastermind. And I was like, I'm in. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm in. It's, that is how I got in the commercial side. And I just started listening, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I had the opportunity to invest in the hotel and some other things. And I thought, wow, this is really amazing. So now Davon cannot get rid of me because
I
I
can't get rid. Look, I ain't getting rid of you. You ain't going nowhere. Okay. Go ahead. We already invited to the family cookout. Okay.
So I joined her inner circle. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing in here. It's amazing in here learning about all things commercial real estate, about hotels, about other type of commercial real estate. It is wonderful in here in the inner circle, which I think
Oh.
is closed. So I did not say too much.
So it's amazing how you started off from a dare, so both you and your husband, y'all started investing in the real estate, and then you got into but you got into it on the passive side. So what
Yeah.
made you decide to like, what are some of the things that you looked for when you were when you one invest in real estate, and then two when you invest in wholesale real estate? Because there's a lot of folks who don't know where to start, and like you, they didn't come from a real estate investing background, and they just don't know what to do, but they just want to get started. So what kind of what did you like, what are the things that you look for that you could share for people who are just getting started?
Okay, great. So I really look for what did the team look like, and I know some people may not say this, but I looked to see if I could trust that team and what was that team made of. Like
No,
who was
that's
on the
right, you
team.
have to, because there's some scammers
Yeah,
out here.
yeah. So I was really
Hmm.
conscious of that, looking for the team, and then I looked at how did they
Like, what do
do
you
their
look
due
for in the
diligence.
team? Because we get that a lot. So, what should people be looking for when they're looking at the team?
So I looked to see if they had experience and what type of experience that they have
Hmm.
in the hotel or
Hmm.
commercial area. Like, were they doing something that they actually had spent some time themselves
Hmm.
in it and doing it? Did they have some type of ownership in it? Did they work in the field? Because I think people who work in the field really understands it a lot better, understand the ups and downs about it. So I look to see if they had all the components of a team, people that could actually the a good the lawyer, the person who was, underwriting, the person who had asset management, as well, and people who had some ownership experience in the area. So that was sort of the first thing I looked at. It could we really trust the team that was actually doing it? Um, and then of course I looked at the returns. I looked at, hey, when am I going to get my money back? What type of terms are here? And I was very simple. I
Mm-hmm.
really looked at very simple terms because I didn't understand all of it at first. But I could understand when someone said, "Hey, you're going to double your money." Uh, so I looked at, oh, I'm going to 2x, and this is kind of what all of this means. And so I also looked at it would give me the opportunity to learn and get
Mm-hmm.
some experience in on the passive side in case I ever wanted to be an active investor on the
Mm-hmm.
commercial side. So it was sort of the opportunity to really get the quarterly briefings and learn what RevPAR and all of that stuff meant, and how it made sense in the industry. So it was good to it was a great learning environment while you also made some good money.
So, would you recommend for people who invest in hotels to start off investing in residential real estate? What are some of the pathways that you would recommend for folks to get started?
I, I don't think they necessarily have to be in residential. I think
Mhm.
residential gives you a leg up in the sense of you start to understand what real estate ownership feels like. Um, but my understanding, what I know about, especially on the hotel side, it's like running a business and a property.
Mhm.
So I think there's just so many levels to understanding it. So when
Mhm.
people are, they don't necessarily have to go through residential, but I would recommend that they be um, passive investors first. I
Oh
would
yeah,
recommend that.
I
Yeah.
agree. I definitely agree. So you talked about your fun, which stemmed from your service from being in the military. So thank you for your service. We definitely appreciate you. You were in the Air Force like my daddy. My daddy was an Air Force vet as well. So
Woo-hoo.
talk about this. Talk about this fund that you're launching.
Yeah, so the real estate fund, it came out of, again, I find myself in these spaces. I was at a Hilton event that Damon invited the inner circle to, and so that was really neat. And I met
Oh yeah,
some,
at the Hilton headquarters. That's right.
yes, at the Hilton headquarters. I met some
Mhm.
amazing people there, and we all had sort of the same passion about, hey, wouldn't it be neat to really do some real estate around making sure veterans and active duty members are actually, housed appropriately? And wouldn't it also be nice to introduce them to how they can actually be on investing in that same real estate? And so it's so funny because we tried twice. The first time we tried with the fun, um, we went down sort of the rabbit hole, and it just was timing. It just was not the
Mhm.
right timing in the market to maybe start this type of fun, and that was, it was after COVID, in between. So it was a couple years ago. And so the timing wasn't right. And so I really thought the idea just sort of died. And
Mhm.
then about 6 months or so, it came up again. And then this time, we were like, this is it. This is the right moment. This is the right moment to do this fun. This is the right area, right timing to do this fun in workforce housing. This is the right moment. So we're excited that it is literally like I call it FUBU, but
The for us
it's
by us kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
There
It's kind of like my Damon John,
you
fool.
go. There you go.
And so I just think it's the right moment to actually do this fund. The market is saying it's good to do real estate funds at this moment for multifamily. It's going to impact veterans. We are going to also team with the VA, the Veterans Administration, to do
Mhm.
the HUD VASH program. So we make sure we house veterans as well. And then we also want to bring in a lot of veterans to an active duty to actually invest in the fund. So we own the fund and we house with the fund in the military
So
community.
it would be for commercial real estate. Well, it'll be for
Yeah.
commercial real estate, but multifamily and hotels as well, correct?
Yes, exactly.
But the goal is to benefit veterans. So can anybody invest in the fund or is it only for veterans?
Anyone can invest in the fund. Anyone can invest in the fund. We love people that are aligned with our mission. Anyone can invest in the fund. And we
Okay.
know that people love to invest in our vets. So that's a good thing. Yeah,
I
anyone
love
can
that.
invest in the fund.
I love that. Now, talk to us about the event that's on March 21st in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I'm glad you mentioned beach because I forgot. And Jameer's going to want to go to the beach. I just
Yes,
thought I forgot all about that until you said it. So thank
yes.
you.
Yes, it's a big. So the brunch in Biloxi. So we're very fortunate. We have some amazing speakers who are going to be part of this brunch that are helping us, get the word out on the military real estate fund and what it's like and what's surrounding it. I
Mhm.
mentioned earlier we have Devon as our keynote speaker. We have another amazing veteran, Adrian Konish, who's from the Louisiana area. Who's a
Oh, you know what? I was actually just sorry to cut you off.
That's
She was
okay.
on our last one, not the 28th, because guess what? I was with her on the 28th. So we were recently in Louisiana in Belle Chase last weekend. Adrian had the grand opening or the grand reopening of her hotel, the We Stay Suites, which she used Vester, which is my crowdfunding platform where you can raise capital or invest. And so she had her investors there. She also had, I believe it's I don't know the exact title, but it's the parish commissioner or the chief. The person, the top person from the parish came and spoke,
Right.
and I don't know the exact title. I guess the C, because like here's like the CEO of the county or like the chairman. So I'm just gonna say chairman of the parish came to speak, and her investors got a chance to see the property and tour it and to actually see the investment. So shout out to Adrian. And it was great. So
That's so
um
amazing.
happy to see her again in March.
Yeah. So she will be there sharing with us, and she's an Army vet. And then we have Heritage IRA there, who is going to be talking about, hey, how you invest in using TSP or any other type of 401k or retirement funds.
And TSP for the military is basically like using
Yeah,
they can use their retirement to invest in certain things.
right. It's called thrift
Okay.
savings plan. You're right. Sorry, I didn't
It's
that
okay.
awesome,
It's okay. We have some folks that are like, what's TSP? Like, what is that? Then it be some folks from traffic sales and profit. So,
Oh yeah,
so
that's
there's a
true.
lot of
That's
different
true.
TSPs going on. We got to be
Yeah.
specific. Shout out
Yep.
to
Love
Lamar.
that.
Shout out to Lamar Tyler. Okay. I gotta get him on here. I gotta bring him on my show. But no, we're excited. Just talking about different types of real estate investing, excited to speak, and we're definitely excited to be a part of that program sponsor. You're gonna have a choice as well. Choice
Yeah.
hotels will be there. So just excited to see what you're doing and your passion, and you're in your because you retired, so now you're in your second life.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that is amazing, how you transition from the military to real estate. And I'm sure you just give people a lot of hope who probably retired and was like, well, what do I do next? And let me put the link uh for those who want to sign up. It's free to attend actually. It's free to attend the event on March 21st. You just have to fill out the criteria to make sure you're a good fit. So definitely, we put the link in the chat, in the comments. Look forward to seeing you there in Mississippi. I'll be there. Can't wait. Make now, Miss Daisy, where can folks follow you on social media?
So they can follow me on LinkedIn. Again, I'm under Daisy Jones Brown on LinkedIn, and the same on the Instagram
Mhm.
at Daisy Jones Brown. So I would love to talk with individuals who are interested.
And she being a little humble right now because she got that her. she's good with the words and good in motivating you. So you may get a little inspired. So you're gonna get real estate and get inspiration, and then learn about using your retirement to invest in real estate
Yeah.
and hotel ownership all in one. So you definitely don't want to miss this opportunity. So make sure you follow her. Thank you so much, Miss Daisy, for tuning in with us on the 5th. Um, and again, make sure you follow her. She's on Instagram as well as LinkedIn, Daisy Jones Brown. And be sure to tune in with me on the 5th and 28th of each month on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, LinkedIn, as well as YouTube. And I'll put and the so y'all can stay in contact and join my newsletter. Got the newsletter in the chat in the comment section, so that way you can join and stay up to date as far as what's going on. We Miss Days, now we recently just saw each other. We was in Colombia.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
in Medellin. We were
Yes.
in Cartagena. I'm behind on the posting. We just had so much fun seeing investment opportunities. We also met a military veteran. I believe he was in the Navy, a
Yes.
Colombian
Yes.
military veteran. He was
Yes.
also a
We sure
hotel
did.
developer. So who knows?
Yeah.
That may be a part of the fun for folks to invest. But it was. Did you enjoy yourself? I had fun.
That
Did
was so
you?
exciting. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. And
It,
then the other amazing piece was meeting all the other investors as
yeah,
well
that was
that were
good.
with
Yeah,
us. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
yeah, just the connection. It was intimate. The food, the boat, the just see the investment opportunities, the different cultures, getting the tour of old city.
Yeah,
It was just great. And
yeah.
so we can't we I need to post so y'all can see it. But stay tuned, because we may have a little something so y'all can be a part of invest in the opportunities that we had along the way. And put some let me put a disclaimer, since I said the word invest. Anytime you make an investment is risky, okay? All investments are risky. Put that disclaimer. I'm not soliciting any investments on this on this session, okay? That is my risk. That is my disclaimer. But no, I thank you all so much for tuning in. We will definitely see you on the 28th. And I want to see you in person on the 21st in Biloxi, Mississippi, at Daisy's event, where she's going to talk about, and as well as having other guests, special guests talking about, and myself talking about investing in real estate, how you can use your retirement to invest in real estate. How you can be in the military, invest in real estate. So we're looking forward to the opportunity, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, and we're gonna have mimosas. Investing
Oh,
in
we're gonna have
mimosas.
some mimosas. I love it. Mimosas in Mississippi. I love it, baby. Bye, you all. Bye, Miss Daisy.
Bye
Talk
bye.
soon.
Talk soon.
Thank you.